Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video News Now. Let me give you a quick preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is this strange object that was seen over Italy. Also have this video here, some strange lights that were seen over the state of Arizona. And then this one here was over Venice Beach, Florida. You see this, I think these people were filming a plane and they happened to capture this other object here floating around. And then I got this one here of again another strange light over Albuquerque, New Mexico. And then this is from the Salt Talk, which just recently took place in New York, 3 days ago. And you got this guy Colonel Carl Neal. I think he's talking, I think this guy here is Alex Clocus, but Colonel Neal has a long and extensive resume in the U.S. military, and in it he basically says there is zero doubt that there's non-human intelligence interacting with us here on this planet. Again, which is what I've been saying for the last several years. And then also have this, this is actually really long. It's a 3-hour, 20-minute interview of this guy named Julian Dory, who interviews Darcy Weir and this other guy. I don't know who he is, but I think he's friends with Darcy Weir. But, same thing. Darcy Weir is saying basically the same thing, is that these beings live in the oceans. And in this part of the clip, they talk about these nuclear testing that were done in, I don't remember what part of the ocean this was in, but anyways, in it, you see these UFOs show up at the blast site. So I actually went and found the video. Now, I'm pretty sure I've played this video before, but this is the video that they're talking about, and you can, see there's an object there, and there. And then I also found this other one of, I think this is the same one, 1958, and this one too was 1958, but I'm not 100% positive that they're the same test. But anyways, in this one, from a different angle, you can see, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's this object. It's definitely moving way too fast to be a plane or a bird. And the fact that when the bomb goes off, this thing is still in the frame. It doesn't really move. Anyways, that's that. So, you know what? If you appreciate the time and effort that I put into bringing this information to you, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And more importantly, please subscribe. Anyways, let's get to this first video here. This is one of the most compelling UFO sightings happen in Italy. See for yourself.
Mamma. Corriamo giù a vedere.
Corri.
Andiamo.
Di là.
Dove è andato? Da quella parte, andiamo. Eccolo là.
Sì, riprendilo.
Buon quadro, aspetta. Ecco. Che storia, guarda, ma che è? Ah, si è diviso, guarda che sta. Oh, uno è volato via. Guarda, si sta a muovere.
C'ho paura.
Guarda, ce n'è uno piccolo che gli gira attorno.
Oh, look how fast that thing is moving away.
Verso il lago, guarda che storia. Mamma, è andato.
Yeah, definitely not the best quality video, but again, this guy's not like a professional. It's not like, he's a professional videographer or photographer walking around with the best quality equipment. You know what I mean? He used what he had available. He's just some dude who used what he had available, and unfortunately, he didn't have the best quality phone or whatever he used to film that. But anyways, let's go to this one here. Taking over Arizona space.
Qui ont décrit avoir vu un objet volant qui semblait être en feu.
Turn the volume down. It says, on May 18th in the province of Manitoba, Canada, oh, this is Canada, a group of hikers managed to capture on this occasion 4 flying objects that they described on fire in the sky. Here we present to you this shocking UFO case. This shocking sighting was recorded on the shores of Alto Lake, Manitoba, Canada on May 18th, 2024, just at sunset. So this was not too long ago, like last week. Yeah, look at that. Look at the reflection of these lights on the lake. A group of hikers observed the appearance of 2 orange lights hanging without straying from practically a few meters, far from the surface of the water of the lake, so that we can see how its reflections extends on the water a few seconds later. 2 lights with the same characteristics appear at a higher altitude and stay in the area. Let's observe carefully. If we look at the images, we can see how on the far left a luminous object approaches. Yeah, here's something that's approaching. Its dimensions are also considerably, and little by little it approaches the area and disappears. That is when the 2 lights appear larger and brighter. You know, these look like some of those videos of, you know, what look to be like second suns. And I'll tell you, this is something that I saw one time. One time I was talking to someone, this was in LA, and I remember, you know, looking over a hill and seeing what I thought was the setting sun, but it was, I never remembered seeing the sun setting in that area. And then I looked to the other side and I actually saw the sun. So I was confused, but you know what? It was weird because I was in the middle of talking and I didn't want to stop for whatever reason. I didn't want to stop and, like, you know, point it out to the person I was talking to, like, hey, doesn't this look like 2 suns? It just sort of, you know, confused me. And, but I don't know why I didn't mention it. The witness at that moment, oh, I missed that. Oh, recall that recently commercial aircraft pilots reported an object apparently surrounded by strange energy, which they even compared to fire. This occurred over the airspace of the state of Arizona. I think let's play this audio.
Arizona.
What is that? Tower? Yeah, I'm looking. We just saw right now. I have no idea. Hold on. Delta 305. Do you see that?
Affirmative.
What is it?
We've been asking ourselves the same thing. It's very bright. It's not a laser, but there's a smoke trail extending out of it as well. It looks like a massive fire.
Like, is he saying that? Yeah, I believe this glow in the clouds is from the city lights. So I don't know what they're actually talking about.
Nous pouvons également
Maybe
comparer
something like this. Let's see. Oh yes, here's another
au-dessus des
one.
montagnes de l'Arizona, dans lequel un chauffeur de camion circulait sur l'autoroute
Turn that
interstate.
audio down again. Yeah, look at all those lights. Interesting. Anyways, let's go to this next video here. Huge UFO video. This is huge UFO video footage over Venice Beach, Florida, May 7th, 2022. All right, let me just back that up a little so you can see how this plane is taking off. Yeah, check this out here. Yeah, so no, I think they were, they were trying to photograph or video that plane, and then they captured this. Ooh, I wonder what that was. Ooh, hold on. What was that other thing that just went through the frame? Yeah, now what is this? This definitely doesn't look like a plane or a bird or anything like that. Let me go back a little. Yeah, what is that?
It's massive.
just heard this guy say that whatever this is, it's massive.
There's no way.
Yeah, you know what? If you look at this thing, I mean, this is looks like a regular standard commercial jetliner, passenger plane, and this thing is about the same size. I don't know, maybe a little smaller. Anyways, that's that. Let's go to this next video. Let's see, strange lights over Albuquerque, New Mexico. Strange light seen flying over Central California. Oh, this is another. Oh yeah, this is strange light seen flying over Central California. Sorry, I got the title wrong. Yeah, you know, this thing's just going to keep repeating itself. That's that kind of short video. Let's go to this one here. Okay, so now, yeah, now this is, like I said, this is this guy, Carl Neal. In the beginning, you know, I don't want to play it, but he has a very, very extensive resume. Colonel Carl Neal sat down at Salt Eye Connections, New York with Alex Klukos, where Neal discussed evidence of non-human intelligence on Earth. He detailed the U.S. government's level of knowledge and the disclosure process. Yeah, again, to the people who are, you know, waiting for disclosure, this guy basically says the same thing. It's not going to be an event. It's a process, and it's a process that we're already in. And if this guy, if Colonel Carl Neal is attending these type of conferences and discussing this, and he's not worried about losing his pension, it's because, you know, he's on the agenda. I'm sure if he's retired now, this is his task is to start going around and, you know, disclosing. But anyways, listen to this here. Let me back up just a hair
for this discussion.
And so, Carl, here's the million-dollar question. Do you believe that a higher form of non-human intelligence has visited this planet?
Right. So non-human intelligence exists. Non-human intelligence has been interacting with humanity. This interaction is not new, and it's been ongoing. And there are unelected people in the government that are aware of that.
And so, Carl, that is quite a bold statement. I'm wondering, and I'm curious, how confident are you that that is true?
There's zero doubt.
And Carl, what evidence have you seen? What was the moment where you developed this level of conviction? Because what you're saying is extremely consequential and very important. And I know that a lot of people here, even perhaps, may not believe that statement.
Right. Well, probably a better way to ask that is, how can the folks in the audience come to the, you know, a common understanding of what this phenomenon is? And so there's sort of two tracks here. One is from first principles, and another is actually from the data. So let's take a look at the data. So we can look at some folks that have very high level access to information, like Paul Hellyer, who was the defense chief for Canada, has come out and said the same thing. We can look at Ham Eshed, the head of Israel's, or former head of Israel's Space Force, has said the same thing. Chris Mellon, Deputy Assistant Secretary for Intel, SAPCO, has essentially said the same thing. Lou Elizondo has said the same thing. David Grush has said the same thing. David Grush cleared for presidentially level material. So you're looking at people that are in a position to know this, and they're telling you the same thing.
Yeah, because all of those people he just got done naming, like I said, they're all part of the disclosure agenda. And their duty now, as being members of the U.S. military or the intelligence community, is to bring, you know, the non-believers or the people who are still in denial up to speed. And again, you know, at this point, yeah, if you're still skeptical about this, those people are just plain stupid at this point. With all the people he just named, all this information that's out there, literally thousands, hundreds of thousands of videos, archaeological evidence, of their existence, and the fact that they're not just visiting, they are here, they've been here, and yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know how else or what else could be done. I guess for the people that are still in denial, I guess you're waiting for beings to appear in front of you before you'll accept the evidence and the data. But anyways, let me go on to this next video here. Now, again, like I said, this is this interview with this Julian Dory guy. He seems to be on the same group of people with that Danny Jones and a few other of these. I've never heard or seen of these guys, but they seem to have huge audiences and have access to some pretty important people. But anyways, Darcy Weir is a documentary filmmaker, and he recently made a documentary. I think it's called UFO or Disclosure or something, Fast Walkers, USOs. But he's talking about these underwater UFOs, or underwater submerged objects, and the fact that these things are coming up out of the oceans. But anyways, take a look at this.
Pans up, you see another one up top.
Yeah, kind of lowers
The
in.
original footage, you can see it much clearer.
Okay. But, so Andy and I are talking about it, and we're like, wait a sec, what if we're bombing these ocean areas where...
So basically, if we are sharing the planet with something, right? If there is a species or some kind of intelligent race that exists here on this planet and are possibly using the oceans as their home or their base of operations, and we're detonating these explosives or these nuclear bombs in the oceans, that's going to be a concern for them as well, because the energy released from these explosions is not little. You understand?
No.
And we all know it travels very well through water. Sound and energy travels very far. So it's going to affect them as well if they're down there. You understand? It may be a danger to them as well.
Do you think that at the time of us doing a test like that, we didn't have any intelligence to say they're down there?
No, you see, again, let me answer this question. Yeah, I believe they do. I think, and I've said this before in my other videos, if you look at the number of nuclear bombs that we've exploded all over the planet, and Russia too, it just baffles me why they would have to detonate that many nuclear bombs in order to, acquire data. Again, I'm not a scientist, so maybe they do have to do it, but I find it difficult to believe that they had to do it that many times. Knowing the level of devastation or disruption, that nuclear bombs cause, that they would try and satisfy multiple, testing questions. But they were doing it so much. And again, like I've said in other videos, I believe that they were doing it in order to try and, either knock some UFOs out of the sky so that they could, get retrieve them and, back engineer, reverse engineer the technology, or some other nefarious reasons. And it's the same thing with the what do you call it, the chemtrails. I think the chemtrail cover story of trying to affect the atmosphere in order to combat global warming, I think that's a cover story. I think the actual reason that the military is marking up the skies, you know, with these chemicals in these straight lines, is to try and detect these craft. Because even if, you know, even if we can't see these craft, if these craft are cloaking themselves, if they were to cross, you know, some of these chemtrails, you know what I mean? I think there would be a way to detect. Because because I mean, I've seen videos of UFOs going through cloud banks, and you know, and you can see the cloud, you know, puff out or move when they're in there. So it's a possibility. But anyways, that's that. But let's go to this these videos. So now, okay, actually, this is the actual video that they were showing in that interview. Let me just back this up a little and go full screen. So now, yeah, they've already detonated. You know, let me back up a little more. 112. And so now as you see, you know, this mushroom or this expansion here, you can see there's an object there, object there, object there, and another one here at the top. So, that's 1, 2, that's 3, 4. And I believe there's supposed to be another one up here too. But yeah, you can, again, it's very clear to see. I'm sure, or at least you should be able to see it, right? Object there, 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 and then, like I said, another one up at the top. So now, you know, again, these are our neighbors, right? These are our advanced neighbors. Are they just observing, or are they somehow trying to diminish the severity of, you know, whatever negative impact or negative effect that this would have in the atmosphere? All right, so yeah, that's the last time you see that. But then here's another video. This one, oh yeah. Again, I'm not 100% positive this is from the same event, but you can kind of see, you know, this little white object here. Let me just back it up a little. See, now, obviously that's a bird, right? Yeah, here, you can look at that. Look how fast that thing is moving. You see where my cursor is? And then watch. Now, look at here. The explosion is going and that thing is still there. So there's no way that could be a bird. And there's no way that it could be a plane, right? Because there's no one would authorize an aircraft to be in this vicinity unless they were doing a test. But again, this doesn't look like a conventional plane. I don't see any surfaces, control surfaces. That's a bird. You know, what was that other thing that just flew through the screen here? Hang on one second. This right here, yeah, is that I believe, yeah, that's got to be a bird, right? This thing here. Well, were those birds? They had to be birds. Yeah, I believe those are birds. No, I thought I had seen something else fly through the screen when I initially watched it, but you know what? I bet you it was just a bird. Yeah, anyways, that is that for that video. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for making it till the end. As I said before, if you appreciate the time and effort I put into bringing these videos to you, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And more importantly, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this for you. Till next time, take care.